There is one force in the financial world that Albert Einstein allegedly called the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not doesn't matter. What matters is this. Most people have heard of compound interest. Almost nobody actually understands what it does to money over time. And that gap between knowing the word and understanding the mechanism is costing you more than you think. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, the way you think about every single pound, euro, or dollar you spend will permanently change. Let's start with the simplest possible version. You have $1,000. You invest it. It earns 10% in a year. You now have $1,100. Simple interest stops there. You earn 10% on your original $1,000 every year. After 10 years, you have $2,000. Compound interest does something different. In year 2, you earn 10% not on your original $1,000, but on your $1,100. So you earn $110 instead of $100. In year 3, you earn 10% on $1,210, and so on. The number you earn interest on keeps growing, which means the interest itself keeps growing, which means the number grows faster, which means the interest grows faster still. This is the mechanism. It sounds simple. It is simple. But what it does over long periods of time is anything but simple. After 10 years, your $1,000 at 10% compound interest is not $2,000. It is $2,594. After 20 years, it is not $3,000. It is $6,727. After 30 years, it is not $4,000. It is $17,449. After 40 years, starting with just $1,000, adding nothing, it is $45,259. That is the eighth wonder, not a metaphor, a mathematical reality. Here is where it gets uncomfortable. Two people, same income, same investment amount, $200 a month. Person A starts at 25, person B starts at 35. They both stop at 65, same 30 and 20 years of contributions respectively. Person A contributes for 10 more years, an extra $24,000 out of pocket. But at 65, at a 7% average annual return, person A has roughly $525,000. Person B has roughly $243,000. Person A has more than double, from a 10-year head start. This is why financial advisors obsess over starting early. Not because they enjoy telling young people what to do, because the mathematics are brutal and one-sided. Every year you wait does not cost you 1 year of returns. It costs you the compounding of those returns for every year after. A 25-year-old who invests nothing for 1 year has not lost $200 a month times 12. They have lost what that money would have become by 65, which is a very different number. Compound interest has 3 levers. You control all 3. Lever 1, principal, the amount you start with and contribute regularly. More principal means more base for the compounding to work on, but it is the least powerful lever of the 3. Lever 2, rate of return, the percentage your money grows each year. A 7% return versus a 5% return over 30 years is not a 2% difference in outcome. At $200 a month, it is the difference between roughly $243,000 and $166,000. Small rate differences compound into enormous outcome differences. Lever 3, time. The most powerful lever and the one you cannot buy back. Every year of compounding you add to the front of the timeline is worth more than any increase in principal or rate you could add at the back. Most people focus on lever 1, how much they can afford to invest. They should be focused on lever 3, when they start. The sequence matters more than the size. Now the practical question. Where do you actually put money so compound interest works for you? Index funds, the most accessible compounding vehicle for most people. A low-cost index fund tracking the S&P 500 has returned an average of roughly 7% per year after inflation over long periods. You invest, it compounds, you do not touch it. Tax-advantaged accounts. In most countries, there are accounts, ISAs in the UK, Roth IRAs in the US, and equivalents elsewhere, where your compound growth is sheltered from tax. This makes the compounding more powerful because you keep more of what grows. High-yield savings. Lower returns than markets, but guaranteed and liquid. Useful for emergency funds or short-term goals. The compounding is real, but slower. What does not compound effectively? Cash under the mattress loses value to inflation every year. A savings account paying 0.1% is mathematically losing you money in real terms. Money sitting still is not neutral. It is going backward.